Namaste students. In last class we studied about the anatomy of the plant. So that is the internal structure of root, stem and leaf. From this class we are going to study about the physiology of the plant cell. So physiology is nothing but the function of the plant cell. The foremost function in plant cell is photosynthesis and respiration. So photosynthesis takes place in chloroplast and respiration takes place in mitochondria. So now we are going to study in detail about these functions. Plastid. So plastid is nothing but the double membrane bound organelle found in plant and some algae. So chloroplast is also called as plastid. So there are three different types of plastid: chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. So this classification is based on the color. Chloroplast, green color plastid. So this is found in the stem, leaf and in buds. This helps in the photosynthesis. The next is the chromoplast. So chromoplast is the colored plastid and it is found in fruits and flowers. The last is the leucoplast. Leucoplast is the colorless plastid and it helps in the storage of starch. Structure of chloroplast. So the chloroplast is a green plastid. It contains green pigment called chlorophyll. So the chloroplast is oval in shape, diameter 2 to 10 microns and thickness is 1 to 2 micron. So this is the structure of the chloroplast. So in detail, the structure of chloroplast has the four distinct regions, that is envelope, stroma, thylakoid and grana. So in this diagram you can see three regions: inner membrane, intermembrane space and outer membrane. So these three regions together constitute and form an envelope. The next is the stroma. Stroma is nothing but the matrix region that covers the entire chloroplast. So that is called the stroma. The stroma contain DNA and ribosomes in it. So this helps in the protein synthesis. The next is the thylakoid. So the thylakoid contains thylakoid membrane, thylakoid lumen and granum. So all these three regions collectively called as thylakoid. The next is the grana. So grana is nothing like a arrangement of disc-like, coin-like arrangement. So that is called the grana. So it helps in the photosynthesis. So each grana are interconnected by the ferrite channels. So this is the structure of the chloroplast. So what is the function of chloroplast? The major function of the chloroplast is to photosynthesis. The next is the storage of starch, synthesis of fatty acid, storage of lipid, formation of new chloroplast. So these are the functions of the chloroplast. So now we shall move to the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is nothing but the plant convert the light energy into chemical energy to form glucose and sugar. So atmospheric carbon dioxide, water and sunlight, all these react together and form glucose and oxygen.
Photosynthesis. From where do we get food? We get food from plants and animals. Are the plants and animals prepare their own food? Yes, plants prepare their own food by themselves. So they are called autotrophs. But animals do not prepare on their own food. They get food from other sources. Hence they are called heterotrophs. How do plants prepare its food? Plants prepare their food by photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide, water, sunlight are things required for photosynthesis. By this, we came to know that light is essential for this process. Light is the main source of energy. Plants get it from sunlight. The second thing is carbon dioxide. It can be taken from the atmosphere. The third one is water. Water is taken from the ground by the process of absorption. Now, let us know about how photosynthesis is taking place in plants. Let me study this photosynthesis by this equation. Carbon dioxide plus water gives glucose plus oxygen. During photosynthesis, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide combine with 6 molecules of water in the presence of light and chlorophyll pigment. Light is absorbed from sun. Pigment chlorophyll is already exist in the plant itself. Now, the plants prepare their own food, that is glucose, by the process called photosynthesis. 6 molecules of oxygen is given out as gas.
From the video, it is clear how the photosynthesis takes place. But where do this photosynthesis takes place? So this photosynthesis occurs in leaf, stem and buds. What is called photosynthetic pigment? So the sunlight directly cannot be absorbed by the plants. So it needs some pigment to absorb the light. So that is called the photosynthetic pigment. So they are classified as primary pigment and accessory pigment. Chlorophyll A is the primary pigment. They trap the solar energy and convert it into electrical and chemical energy. So this is the reaction center. The next is the accessory pigment. Chlorophyll B and carotenoids are called the accessory pigments. So these absorb energy and pass to the chlorophyll A. So this is called the harvesting center. So this reaction center and harvesting center together perform photosynthesis. Role of sunlight in photosynthesis. So sunlight is the essential for photosynthesis. Entire process takes place in the chloroplast. The structure of chloroplast is in such a way that light reaction and dark reaction takes place at different sites. So in the chloroplast itself, light reaction takes place at one place and dark reaction takes place at the other place. So before going to the reactions, we should know all these terms: ATP, ADP, NAD and NADPH. So these are the terms that we have to know before entering into the reaction. Photosynthesis. So as I said before, the chloroplast is designed in such a way that both light reaction and dark reaction takes place at the different site. So the light reaction takes place in the thylakoid membrane and dark reaction takes place in the stroma region. We shall see one by one. The first one is light dependent photosynthesis. So the light dependent photosynthesis is first found by Robin Hill in the year 1939. So this reaction is also called as Hill's reaction. So this light dependent photosynthesis takes place in the thylakoid membrane. Photosynthetic pigments involved during this process. The photosynthetic pigment absorb the light energy from the sun and convert it into the chemical energy. During this process, ATP and NADP is produced. So once the energy produced, they move to the stroma of the chloroplast. So all these reactions will take place in the thylakoid membrane, and after the energy is produced, the energy will move to the stroma of the chloroplast. Next is the light independent photosynthesis. So light independent photosynthesis is also called as Calvin cycle. So this takes place in the stroma of the chloroplast. During this process, atmospheric carbon dioxide is reduced to carbohydrates with the help of ATP and NADP, which is produced from the light reaction. So now overview of Hill's and Calvin cycle. The photo, so you can see the green color structure is the chloroplast and the thylakoid membrane and stroma. So the photosynthetic pigment will absorb the light energy from the sun and convert it into chemical energy in the thylakoid membrane. During this process, oxygen is liberated. Next one is Calvin cycle. So light independent reaction. It takes place in the stroma. During this process, atmospheric carbon dioxide, atmospheric carbon dioxide and the energy produced from light reaction, that is ATP and NADP, all this react together and forms the carbohydrates, that is your glucose. Your atmospheric carbon dioxide is reduced to carbohydrates with the help of ATP and NADP produced from the light reaction. Now we shall move to the difference between the light reaction and dark reaction. Light reaction. So the light reaction occurs in the thylakoid membrane. Dark reaction occurs in the stroma of the chloroplast. It is dependent on sunlight. It is independent. Chlorophyll pigment takes place, and here there is no involvement of chlorophyll pigment. Oxygen is liberated. Carbon dioxide is fixed. ATP and NADPH is produced. Here glucose is produced by using the energy produced from ATP and NADP. So this is the light reaction and dark reaction. The next one is factors affecting photosynthesis. So there are many factors that affect the photosynthesis. They are internal factors and external factors. Internal factors are nothing but the factors that is present within the plant. So here the internal factors are pigment, leaf age, accumulation of carbohydrates and hormone. So these are the internal factors that affect the photosynthesis. The next one is the external factor. External factors are nothing but the factors that affect from the environment. So external factors are light, carbohydrates, temperature, water and mineral elements. So these are the external factors that affect the photosynthesis. Thank you.